Hello and welcome back. This is Dragon of Icespire Peak, a Dungeons and Dragons actual live play stream. As you can see now, moving into 2021, we're going to keep our announcements on the late approach. All right. If you want to see our announcements, they were in the countdown above, or they will also be at the break. There will also be probably some Nightbot stuff going up in the chat currently on Twitch if you are looking to get some of those announcements. But one particular announcement that I would like to shout out is that our good friends at Nord Games is launching their Kickstarter soundbite. All right. New orthodontist work. They've made me into a very spitty demon. It is annoying. I will call them tomorrow.
Do we get that Invisalign sponsorship, Jane?
You know, smile.com.
You are the demon.
Support your local orthodontist.
Spit.com, yes.
So yes, our friends at Nord Games are launching their Kickstarter tomorrow, January 12th, for Dangerous Destinations. It's very similar to their Spectacular Settlements, and I'm assuming because they didn't actually give me any other talking points beyond that, very similar in style probably means it's very modular. Like you roll some dice, you roll another few dice, and then from that you get all these dangerous combinations of destinations that will...
What?
What?
What's going on? Thomas?
What's going on? Thomas?
Hi.
Thomas!
Are they gone?
I don't know if you all could hear that, but the voice of God just came in and just said, oh my gosh, he said his own name.
And God's wife.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm curious to see what that means.
Me too.
Well, if you do, you want...
Laura apparently knows.
But yeah. So yes, that Kickstarter is happening, and you can get a copy of any Nord Games book at nordgamesllc.com, and if you use the code chaotic20, you will get 20% off. So you help them, you help us, and you help yourself to some good old savings. Anyway, that is it in terms of announcements. Again, we're moving to a lighter style. Probably Nightbot is shoving things through the chat that you can see, as well as you can see announcements at the top as well as at the break. Now, new point, as you can see, I got notes. Announce any Patreon inspiration cards. If you are new to the channel or you are old, we are doing inspiration a little bit differently. It is still 500 bits to the players. In which, 500 bits to the players is one inspiration, and if they use that one inspiration, they can, get a D6. But if they get or use 1,000 bits to inspiration, they get to draw 2 cards from the deck of inspiration, and from there they can choose whatever they would like. There are some different interesting cards like you get a tonic that powers up your sword to a +1. There are simple things like you move out of combat without provoking attacks of opportunity. And some cards are just basic advantage cards where you get to reroll a d20. Now, Thomas, either in the chat or somehow let me know, how are we going to do that with the interface of Roll20, since I do not have a deck of inspiration on me?
Is that we're doing that now, or we're going to do that going forward?
Okay, let's just use advantage for today. So old rules, nix everything I just said. I'm making the short announcements even longer. But yes, that is how we will do. Now, we do have some bits. The Hefner, as balanced as always, gives 500 bits to the players and 500 bits to the DM. Thank you so much. Slithy Tove gives 1,000 bits to the players. Thank you so much. And I know you're there. You're watching and you can hear me. Or you're not. Julie, give me the sign. Oh, okay. Good. Okay. Duke Fleeg also gives 500 bits to the players.
Thank you, Your Grace.
Thank you so much. And that is it for bits at the moment. I believe that is everything new. Does anyone else have any announcements they would like to share?
Yep.
No. Well,
My drink is empty.
your drink is
Aw.
empty. That was a very quick drink after a very long coming back. It's great to be back, everybody. Great to be back. But before we actually get into this game, Tamago Tora gives 500 bytes to the players.
Ooh.
Eee.
So are we moving into Cursive Strahd? Is that what
Well,
we're doing?
no, see, bytes are how many bits? 8. So that's a lot.
500 to each. Did you get them? Yes, I did say Hefner at the top.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Cool. Let me give myself a little tally mark. Okay. As you can see, also there's a green screen behind me. Have fucking fun. Now, last time on Dragon of Icespire Peak, our heroes were tasked by Halia Thornton of the Guild, Phandalin Guild, Halia, the Guild Master of the Phandalin Miners Exchange,
Got it. You got it.
tasked our players with heading to the Mountains Rib mining camp to investigate why there were no shipments of cold iron or silver coming through. As they arrived there, they found that it was infested by were-rats, a cult of were-rats, worshipping some strange god. They did battle with this god, felled it, and then went to go take on its speaker, the Mouth of Muscana. It was a very harrowing battle with yeah, video compilation, that'd be fun. It was a very harrowing battle in which this entity used psionics as well as illusionary magics to befuddle and scare our adventurers. But with a combined attack of Isolt and DJ, knocking them up and knocking them back down, they were able to squash all of these tiny cranium rats that had assembled into a more defined personality. They searched through the rest of the caves. They found the remaining were-rats, which, after a very tense intimidation and persuasion, they were able to convince the remaining were-rats to make their way northwest up to Neverwinter. They scavenged the rest of the caves, found some good old treasures and goodies, and additionally they found some papers from one less than reputable guild, the Zentarum. They stowed those away and made their way outside to take in, for the first time, sunlight in an unknown amount of days. Inkwa said goodbye to their long companion, Bessie, after they were brutally murdered within the caves. They made their way down the mountain and made their way west towards Phandalin. At the edge of the woods that they found themselves in when night fell, they began to make camp. And where we take off from is with Tim, who had found a sword within the veins of the mine. And as he sat there, feet by the fire, a full moon up above, he just hears a voice whisper and creep into his mind. Isn't it beautiful?
Oh, crap.
Come now, come now. There's no need for fright, my friend.
I'm looking around just to make sure. I have to do the mandatory pinch test.
Mm-hmm. That is your skin.
And I'm looking. None of the dwarves are ventriloquists. Is anyone else awake at this time?
No, it's not your little dwarf friend over there, nor your were-rat friend who's kept me under the caves for so long. No. Down here. And as you look on your, is it sheathed or in your hand?
I mean, I was attuning with it.
Attuning it?
By
So it
my
doesn't
better
have a sheath
judgment,
yet.
so
In your hand, you hold a very, almost saber-like, but longer, has a longer, a harder back, single-edged sword. The hilt kind of gives a bit of a S-shaped curve coming down to a hilt. Not the most ornate, but very interesting in make compared to most swords you've seen being the double-edged up here on surface. And as you look down at the sword, it's like, yes, hello.
magic.
Sort of, kinda. Strong will, if you will.
Yeah.
Wow, I find myself in the company of one who is, not as talkative.
So if no one else is around, I'm gonna go into the woods. A little ways in.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna start digging a hole.
With the sword or with your hands?
This doesn't look like a good. This doesn't look like a good digging sword, does it?
No.
No, with I've got gloves on. I can.
All right, you begin to dig.
I'll dig a little trench. I'll gather up some rocks that I can put on top of it.
Mm-hmm. So as you dig, and at the meantime, you don't hear anything. As you continue to dig,
Okay.
find yourself making a pretty decent trench.
Okay. Then I'm going to lay the sword down in the trench.
As you do, and you lay it down, and you try to take your hand off the hilt. You look down and it's not.
No. Nope. Okay. No, I got this. I put my foot down on top of it, and I'll pull on my hand.
Mm-hmm. And you pull on your hand, and even then, your hand remains glued onto the hilt. I don't believe that is how these things work, my friend.
Well, you could have told me that sooner.
Well, you are the first one I have encountered in... Oh. What is the year?
Oh, jeez. I tell him the year because I completely remember what it is.
Wow. Well, then it has been almost half a millennia since my first conversation in some time.
Okay. So, I mean, want to have a conversation on how to get rid of cursed swords?
If I had that conversation with you or anyone else that I had been with, I still wouldn't be here now, would I? But I'm getting ahead of myself. What is your name?
That's Tim.
Tim. Very interesting. Well, Tim, I am El Cantor of House Balazan. It is a pleasure.
House Balazar?
Balazan.
Balazan. Okay.
I feel you are not well versed in Undercommon then. Well then, I will excuse your pronunciation this time.
I'm gonna make my way back to the camp. Do I need to talk to it, or can I think to it to talk to it?
You think about it and you realize you've just been thinking this entire time.
Oh, thank goodness.
At no point has your mouth actually moved, except for the few times when it's just like, fuck, come on. Well, shall we have a seat?
I'll make my way back to the camp, back to the fire.
All right. Well,
have a friendly little conversation on the way. So, tell me more about where you came from. What's your home like? Tell me about you.
And you ask these sort of questions, and Alcantor answers in a very coy fashion. Some of his answers are like, well, I guess it has been quite many hundreds of years. I doubt you would know exactly what that would look like, but I don't believe I could describe the grandiose nature of my home without you seeing it in its grandeur.
And when I get back to the fire, I will start to do a prayer of offering to Bashaba and try to stick that sword in the fire.
You make the prayer.
She has failed me so many times. Just accept this offering this once. Come on.
And you leave it within the fire. And you can't let go of it. And you feel the heat eventually start to creep upwards. And thankfully the hilt has some of a leather wrapping at the grip. So that way your hand, you feel the warmth there. And at the same time, you just hear Alcantor be like, well, this is tepid.
Just give it a little longer. I'm sure she's just testing me.
And you wait. And you wait, and eventually you feel it coming up into your hands. Not so much that you would take damage, but roll me a
dice.
Roll me a dice of, I would say, Constitution.
Constitution.
Not a saving throw, but just a flat roll.
I'm going to break down and use the physical dice. I hope you're happy, everyone.
Yeah.
Whew. Oh, dodged that bullet. I got a 5, but I did not roll a natural 1.
There we go. You feel the heat gripping into your hand, and you take 4 fire damage.
4 fire damage. Okay, I still have temporary hit points.
Come now, Tim.
Push it a little farther just to make sure, just in case she is testing me on this. Yeah, I'll still talk to him.
Tim, we don't need to go about this way. This isn't how we're going to be for the next few, I don't know, you're human, right? Next couple of decades. Come now. We don't need this.
Using my other hand to keep my other hand in there.
You take another 2 fire damage.
No more temporary hit points. This is where it gets real. So what do you want from me?
Well, not necessarily don't want anything from you. You are going to help me out a bit. But, well, yes, we are now partners, as you will.
What ends?
What ends? Well, it would definitely be helpful if you, well, that's a bit gruesome. I don't believe that is necessary to share at the moment, but Tim,
I plunged the sword into the heart of the fire upon hearing that.
5 more damage.
Ah!
Is Tim actually making noise at this point?
I was about to ask exactly.
I feel like at this point, all of us are just like
somebody would. I'd wake up from my.
I mean, you all have.
Who was next to
Acid
take
Perception
the
14. Go ahead and roll perception checks at disadvantage since you are at flat, just because it is making noise at the moment.
Winley's a deep sleeper, so she's sleeping through all of this.
Nat 20.
Nat 20.
Oh.
Wait,
Nat 20 at disadvantage?
No, he said the flat roll.
Flat roll.
Oh, flat? I got a 19 as well.
Oh,
I thought that we were doing disadvantage.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I got 16, so.
Hey, I'm awake.
So, everyone aside from Winley starts to hear Tim be like, "Oh shit!"
Sit up and look over, just like bolt upright, and just like, Tim?
I'll pull the sword out. I'm testing to see if it's a sword of fire protection.
I'm gonna like.
I'm gonna come over. I'm gonna come over because I gotta see his hands.
I'm gonna sheath it. So if I sheath it, does my hand come off for the love of all that is good?
It does.
Oh.
And how does his hand look when we come over and have a look at that hand?
It's crispy.
Yeah.
It's like
just a little red. Just need to put in some water.
And how does the pommel of, or the grip of the sword look? Is it crispy or is it?
Looks clean.
Yeah.
Tim, why did you decide to shove it into the fire to see if it?
I didn't have ice to stick it into to see if it would work against that. I didn't think to try that before. I mean, that would have been the obvious thing.
Generally, these fire swords have a command word that you speak, and it lights on fire.
How would I?
But you were trying to see if it would help you not catch on fire?
Tim, you could have just asked me in the morning, and I could have done this for you.
Yeah.
Well,
Can I insight him?
A hard-earned lesson, but yeah, you're all right.
Yeah.
What time is it right now, James? And is it morning, dusk, till night?
It's only.
I don't remember how many.
It's
of
like
us
maybe
did our thing.
10 o'clock at the most. 10 p.m.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right, so I still have time to.
How about it? Isolt, roll me insight, and Tim perception.
Perception. I want to hear what.
10.
Oh, thank God, 17.
Yeah, you just notice that Tim's a little kind of a little anxious, but he has had the sword in the fire.
All right.
And we saw him put it in a sheath after it was in the fire?
Oh, that's a good point.
Mm-hmm. I think I might have some insight into our friend Tim, and I'm going to tell him, let's just leave him alone. Let's get some sleep.
I actually, do we have anything that could be used for bandages?
Does anyone have a med kit or just scraps of cloth?
No, but I can go forage really quick to see what we have in the woods.
If you wouldn't mind, that hand looks awful, and you need to get a wrap on it.
Well, it's not that bad.
Tim,
thank you for. I'm not going to say no, but I'm just saying.
Tim, please.
I'm taking my water, kicking, and I'm putting some. I'm soaking it a little. It's.
Ingwa will roll his eyes, yawn, and then start walking out to go grab some.
Thank you, Ingwa.
Some stuff.
Thank you.
Ingwa, make me a quick survival check, seeing what you can forage on the quick.
19.
Oh, he finds a bandage tree.
Straight up, just. You find some. You find some long leaves that aren't poisonous or have anything. That will have a nice cooling sensation. Not anything to cure, obviously, the wound, but to keep it from getting worse.
Bring it on back. Bring it on back.
All right, and when he hands them off to me, I'll be like, let me see your hand.
Hold it out.
And I'll start wrapping it, gently, so he still retains use of his fingers, but definitely like trying to get this cooling stuff onto his palm and as much of his hand as I can.
Can I clean his hand before you do that?
He was dumping water on it.
Okay. All right.
I feel Inkwa's gonna actually kind of nudge Winley. He's gonna go to where she's sleeping and nudge her while this is all going down.
He's not that badly hurt, guys.
Inkwa?
Hey, hi, Winley. Sorry to wake you. I know you haven't really taken that long of a rest yet. So I was wondering, Tim over there, he's had his hand in the fire or something. I don't know. You might want to take a look at it. I know.
And she runs over. Tim, what happened?
I'll like hold his hand out.
What?
Oh.
Don't ask. Please don't ask.
Oh, okay. And she'll cast a Cure Wounds on it. And roll my real dice.
It's so different.
3 plus 4, you get 7 points back. Oh, wait, but those are temporary hit points.
Yeah, I'm actually still on because you. Yeah, I think we have the. No, I think I lost
But
those. There was the
at least your
temporary-
wound does not look so gross.
Yeah. We'll wrap it up and be like, okay, you know, try not to stick any more swords and fires, please.
Wait,
During when they're all doing, they're doing all this, I'm just gonna look at Tim and just see if we could get an eye contact. Like, we'll talk later.
No, he's not embarrassed. He is actually his face is redder than his hand right now.
Tim, you're such a funny, and then Jink will give him a slap on the back. Be like, I don't understand this guy. Oh man.
Yeah,
Ooh, I needed that
everyone
laugh.
can go back to bed now. I'll finish my
Okay.
watch.
Yep,
So,
I need my 4 hours.
Yeah,
Oh.
I'll go get some sleep. So, but holler if you need anything. All right.
you know I will.
No, apparently I don't.
Well, then how did you all wake up?
that was not hollering. That was yelping in pain.
Yeah. The smell is what woke me up. I'm just kidding you. I'm just kidding. This guy.
Fair. All right, and Issel will just give him another searching look, and then go and roll up in her bedroll, get some sleep.
Tim, you watch as the rest of your friends make their way back to their sleeping positions. And you sit back down and continue your watch. And look about, stars are pretty all right. You look up at the moon. Still there, ticked up a little bit. Light breeze. Well, I was not expecting that. But you know, Tiller, I think it would be best if I refrained from conversation at the moment. But just know that I am here with you. And may this be a very fruitful partnership. And you hear nothing.
Yep, I'll do my best to keep watch then.
Mm-hmm. Roll a perception check.
9.
You are very much distracted by the new companion that you have at your hip. But your watch ends uneventfully for the rest of the evening. Who's taking the next watch before DJ?
Winley can.
All right.
Oh, you're so hard to wake up.
Yeah.
Like a nudge.
Oh, is it my turn already, Tim?
Yeah, it's your turn.
Okay, you didn't stick the sword in the fire again, did you?
Have a good watch, Winley.
Okay, get some rest.
Winley, you find yourself in a very similar evening to Tim. The nice light breeze going by. It's a little chill as the seasons are slowly turning towards winter. But it is comfortable, especially with the fire that you kind of have to restoke, as well as the clothing that you have about you. Still, again, not that fashionable, but functional.
Yes.
As your evening continues, roll a perception check for me.
See, that's a 15 plus 4, 19.
19. You're keeping your eyes out. You get to enjoy the stars a bit, the moon. See the plains that are further towards the west that kind of just stretch and roll about, illuminated well by the full moon above. And then your eyes kind of slowly glaze over towards the forest edge. You swear you see just a few little glowing lights.
I think she'll creep towards the edge to see if she can make out what the lights are a little better.
You get closer. They're a little bit deeper, but there's a few of them. They're of the hue that you get from them. They're a little on the blue and purple spectrum.
Oh, does she think maybe just fireflies, or
Fireflies you've seen.
Okay, interesting. She'll kind of look back at her companions, and then her curiosity will get the better of her, and she'll creep a little forward a little more.
And as you walk through the woods, slowly the fields begin to give way to trees that pass by every now and then, and it's a little bit on the darker side, especially for you as a human. It's still harder to see, and you have to, but you do see the markers of the lights above. How are you approaching?
I think cautiously.
Would you say stealthily?
Yes, because in case they are some type of bug, she doesn't want to like scare them away.
Roll me a stealth check then.
Okay. 17 plus 1, 18.
Okay. Let's see. Let me pull up some notes here. Way to go. Yes. What is? Oh. Okay. You creep on forward and you get close enough to the lights to begin to see what they are. And there isn't really much of a shape to them. There's 4 of them. Pinkish, purple, a blue one. But you can see the faintest remnants of what appears to look like butterflies in them, but they're not substance. There's no substance to them. But within these floating butterflies is a figure, black, cloaked, and you can see just outlines of their silhouette due to their floating lights of brown, but they do not seem to notice you.
And she'll kind of in a hushed voice say, "Hello?"
At that point, the lights go, and it goes dark for you.
Oh no! Oh no!
And then you hear a voice behind you saying, "Hey."
She'll whirl around. Who's there?
And you don't have dark vision. You can barely see the faintest silhouette of a person, just kind of crossed arms. They seem to be staring at you. You really can't make much of a face out due to the lack of light.
I think she's instinctively going to crouch down, try to like feel for a rock or something, and cast light on it.
You cast light and illuminates the area, and you see the figure hasn't moved, but they kind of recoil from the sudden brightness of the light and be like, that's pretty bright. And you see before you a taller man, short black hair and a little bit longer bangs that kind of swoop up. High cheekbones, almond-shaped eyes that kind of just have, whenever they, like, they're looking at you, but they're not looking at you. They're just kind of glazed over almost, but focused on you in a sort of kind of way. And because of the brightness of your light, you notice that they have very deep, deep brown eyes where it's very close to almost being black.
Oh, okay.
And he just looks at you and is like, "Hi."
Hello.
Oh, how's it going?
Well, I'm okay. What are you doing out here?
Well, Well, I'm looking for a town. Starts with a P.
Oh,
Yeah.
like Phandalin?
Kind of sounds like it starts with an F.
Oh, well, it's PH technically, but okay.
Oh, cool. Cool.
Are you traveling alone, sir?
Yeah, no, well, not alone, but and you see them kind of just do a little arc with their hands, and then the 4 lights appear. Still just floating lights, but you can swear you see the faintest bits of a butterfly outline.
Whoa, wait, these are from you?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I've been so rude. I haven't, what's your name?
Oh, my name is Bo Lin. Nice to meet you.
Hi, I'm Winley Glorybow. Oh,
Man.
Bo.
Ah. Oh, that's funny.
Well, I mean, I was just curious about these lights. I mean, what are they exactly?
I guess you could say they're my friends.
Oh, wow. Oh, well, you know, speaking of friends, I have some little back, so I better get back to them.
Cool.
She'll pick up whatever she illuminated. Say it was a rock.
All right, cool. Well, wait, so you've been to this Phandalin?
Yeah, I've been there. I don't know if that's the P city you're looking for.
Well, a few of my friends said they were in a P city, in a town. Can't quite remember, you know.
Oh, well, I mean, are you sure you're traveling alone?
Well, I mean, sorta, kinda. But I got my friends here. And also my friends over there that I'm trying to find.
Right.
Hey, you know, from this peace town that you came from. You're not from there, are you?
Oh no, I'm from the Dalelands.
Oh, okay. Where's that?
Pretty far away.
Oh, okay, cool. You wouldn't happen to have met someone named Wen, have you?
When? Did I meet someone from
Roll an intelligence check.
It's been a while. We've been in those caves for a long time. Oh, I'm rolling really well right now. 18 plus 1, 19.
You can't remember when.
Oh, you know, that name doesn't sound familiar, and I'm super good with names, so it might be the wrong city. I'm so sorry.
Oh, that's fine. I'm pretty sure they're in a P town as well. Well, have fun. You said it was to the west, right?
Well, I didn't say anything.
Oh. All right. I'll keep walking.
Okay, nice to meet you, Bo.
Nice to meet you, Winley Glory.
Bo.
Oh.
And she'll,
Cool.
yeah, Winley's gonna kind of back up a little, like, just like, bye. And then turn around and kind of sprint back to camp.
Mm-hmm. You sprint back to camp. You look back. Lights are gone.
And she's gonna go wake up Isolde.
All right. You wake up Isolde?
Yeah.
Am I gonna get a full night's rest?
Who knows?
Izzy.
When Lee, what?
I'm sorry to wake you up, but well, I met someone in the woods. He seemed okay. He was nice and didn't do anything, but yeah, kind of told him where we were going too. Afterwards, I wasn't sure how smart that was.
Okay. Start from the beginning.
Okay, well, there are these beautiful glowy lights, and I just had to check them out, and they look like little glowing butterflies. And then I said hello, and then they disappeared. And then a man's voice said, well, hello. And then, well, I illuminated it, and there he was. I mean, his name was Bo Lynn, like Glory Bo, yeah, it was a thing. And well, he just said he was trying to find a city that started with a P, and that's when I said we were going to Phandalin.
Okay. Was he a human?
Yes. By your
Yeah, as far as I could tell. And he
Okay.
said he wasn't traveling with anyone, well, except for the lights. Those were from him.
Oh, all right. Okay.
I'm only telling you because last time we came across someone who supposedly was traveling by themselves, they weren't. And then, yeah, well, yeah.
Yes. What time is it? How much longer is left in your watch?
About a half an hour left.
All right. I'll keep watch with you until the end of your watch. We'll pass this on to Darjan, I think is after you. Maybe be a little bit more careful about what you tell strangers you meet in the woods, darling.
Oh, I know. Those lights were just so pretty, though.
Did you get a sense of what kind of caster he was?
I mean,
divine, arcane?
I just know that they looked like little butterflies, but then when you looked really deep in the center, it was like some type of cloaked figure or something.
The cloaked figure was him, by the way.
Oh, it was a reflection of him. I see. Then no, he didn't seem to have a really good memory, though. Of course, he could have been lying.
Could have been, or I don't know. I hear stories about a cloaked figure in the woods with lights that look like butterflies, and I think of someone from the Feywild, but goodness only knows. But I will keep watch with you the rest of your watch, and then we'll let Darjan know.
Oh,
they can see in the dark, so it'll be a little bit easier for them.
Thanks, Izzy. Sorry to wake you up.
That's fine. I've had nights of low sleep before. This is not the first or the last time. And I'll reach into my pouch and pull out the broken goggle of night, and like settle like the monocle over my eye so that I can keep watch a little bit easier.
Okay. Yeah. Roll some perception checks.
Okay. That is an 18.
Now with the one eye, which the other one kind of has to stay closed because of the firelight, it's to have both at the same time would be like, oh God.
Just like put my left hand over my left eye so that my right hand is free for my sword.
And you do that. You look about. Winley, you're also looking about with Isolt, and the rest of the 30 minutes go by pretty nicely.
Okay. And there's no shimmer of those lights in the woods at all?
None whatsoever.
Interesting. I mean, there's a part of Isolt that's wondering if Winley made it up, but she also knows that Winley wouldn't wake her up over a story, so she's taking it very seriously.
And you are on guard for that 30 minutes, Winley, as well, and the rest of the evening goes.
All right. Well, our friend from the woods didn't seem inclined to make further contact. Let's wake Darjan and let them take over.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'll go over, since it was my watch, and gently wake up Darjan and fill them in about our new friend in the woods.
So you're making new friends.
Well, I mean, he seemed friendly, but remember what happened last time with
yes.
you know who. So just be on the lookout, I guess.
I will. I see all.
Oh, you look so well rested, Darjan.
Ah, it's the meditation.
All right. Well, keep a weather eye out, and if you need assistance with anything, you know where my bedroll is. Take off the goggle of night.
Mm-hmm.
They're not goggles, it's goggle of night.
Goggle. Goggle.
The monocle.
The monocle
Monocle of night. Yeah.
Yes, I love it. Yes.
I'm gonna go and try to get some sleep for the rest of the night because I really do want that long rest.
Mm-hmm. So, Darjan,
Yes.
your evening. You look about, you look around. Roll a perception check for me.
15.
15. You get to appreciate the full moon, which is now starting to crest a little bit lower towards the horizon. A nice cool breeze blows every once in a while, and yeah, shake it off. Kind of tonsils your hair a bit, but it's playful. It's a playful wind. But your evening goes by uneventful. Granted, you are an elf, so you are a full rest. Is there anyone else you would like to wake up for a watch, or?
I was just going to take it because they've been through so much, and I'm feeling expansive.
Your consciousness reaches out to the outer cosmic reaches of the world, and you feel at peace. Especially after everything that has been going on.
Yes.
All right.
Think about songs that I will sing and how I will talk about that thunderwave. Yeah.
Rock me like a thunder wave.
Hey.
Inqua. Your evening goes by. Uneventful. And DJ. Oh. Do you want to?
No, I was just nope. He's just sleeping.
Sleeping away. And Darjan, you get to see the first light of morning, not necessarily crest on the horizon because there is a massive mountain range by you, but you get to see some of the gradation kind of emanate from behind the mountaintop, as if it were made to be this blues up into purples up into the moon. But the 8 hours of rest comes to all of you. And it is quite the early morning.
Her friend never showed up. I was looking forward to meeting him.
Oh. Well, maybe he found his way to whatever city he was looking for.
Friend?
Hopefully. Winley met a fellow in the woods during her watch.
Oh.
He had pretty lights.
Yeah, I didn't see any of that.
Well, let's get some breakfast and press on for Phandalin.
I have just the thing this morning.
Inqua, darling, I love you.
Inqua goes up to the salted pork and he starts poking a lot of holes in it. You'll know why in a second, but he's just like, Is Hannah been awake?
Yes, they are all sort of slowly rousing.
Okay. Hannah, do you want to help me poke the salted pork for a moment, please?
Sure. Do you have a poking thing?
I don't know. Maybe we should ask Tim from last night. Remember?
It's not even topical. No, I reject it.
I have a dagger you guys can use if you want one.
Oh,
A sword's too long to do good poking in that sort of meat anyway.
Dagger as well.
But anyway, Inqua will then help Hennebin create. We'll put a little bit of rock salt on this. on this the salted pork, and then I'll add a
You're
little
salting
extra
your salted
spices.
pork.
Yes, I am. You'll know why. And then it continues to do it, and then we'll get out that cast iron skillet, put it, and then he's gonna make a crispy pork belly-ish something with a little marinade, but he wants it to bubble up like Tim's hand, so he can make a joke about it later. It's like, Tim, this look familiar? It smells better than last night.
Like a pig in a poke.
I'm sitting far away from everyone and pouting.
The one time that I actually believed Tim is a teenager.
Oh, right. He's a teenager.
I was going to say, if he does go and pout, I would go talk to him.
Mm-hmm.
And
so Inqua,
yeah, let's get the Inqua.
As my mom has recently done, getting the crackling pork is sometimes a difficult endeavor. Roll me, because you cook well, just roll a d20 and add your proficiency modifier.
Well, he has the tools too, right? So does he get anything from having cooking tools?
I believe it is just the proficiency.
16 plus 2, so 18.
18. Damn, son. You make crackling pork. But as you start to hear the sizzle, Tim and Darjan, you are on the slight outskirts of the camp. Just you see Tim kind of cross-armed.
Yeah. Tim. Dude, what's going on?
It's just been a rough couple of days.
Yeah. Why were you trying to burn that sword? Were you just trying to just pass the time, or?
Darjan, you might want to stay away from me. It's cursed.
The sword is... How is it cursed? How do you know it's cursed? Did you try to stab something?
No, I can't get rid of it.
I know you don't want to get rid of it, Tim. We could sell it at the next town at Phandalin.
No, I tried to get rid of it. I can't.
It appeared back. That's great. We could get people to buy it, and then it would appear back at you. No? What are you talking about?
Darjan, just be careful around me, okay?
Tim, we're a team. It's like, I know sometimes.
I'm supposed to keep you safe, and I can't do that right now.
Why not? You got the sword. They say it's cursed. It's not. It doesn't hit bards or something, does it?
It's not the time for humor.
I'm sorry. I was trying to do something.
At that moment, Inca was going to bring over 2 plates of crispy pork and just be like, here you go, guys.
Oh.
I'm just messing with you. And then he'll kind of rough up Tim's hair and be like, I'm just messing with you, buddy. But here you go. And then walk back to the camp with everyone else.
Well, do you want me to hang out and eat with you?
I mean, I guess there's no harm in that, but if a fight breaks out, you might not want to be near me.
Well, I got your back. So I'll hang out there. Tim, I haven't seen you like this, man. Let's just eat now. Maybe get you some food into you. It'll be great.
Thank you.
And
as Inca returns, she says, "Oh, aren't they going to eat with us?"
I don't know. It seems like Tim's a little, maybe he had a long night or something. I don't know. It looks like they have something to talk about anyway, so.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess I'll save my affirmations for when we set on our journey.
And as you eat, it's nice. It's well done pork. Tim, as you munch on some of that pork, you just hear, and I've also got your back, Tiller. And the rest of the morning goes by. The sun begins to crest above the high peak of the Sword Mountain peaks. And yes, you begin to gather your fellow travelers in Winton, Durton, and Hannibin. Lots of n's.
I lost the dwarves' names. What are the dwarves?
Winton, Durton, and then there's Hannibin. Because apparently James just ends all of his names with N.
There was a while where all of my names started with A. I understand.
So, you begin to pack up, you douse the fire, and anything to set out on.
Well, as we're beginning our journey, she'll pull up, now that she has her book of daily affirmations back, she'll say, guys, I think we should start our day with an affirmation as usual. I liked this one. I manifest perfect health by making smart choices. You know, whether that's watching your fatty meats or not sticking the sword in the fire. Glance over at Tim. And then she continued, and then this inspiring speech is really just a whole long list of kind of healthy, smart choices we can make. Some are pointed, but most are pretty kind of inspirational. And at the end, I will say our party plus Hannibin, we feel just, you know, extra bolstered, and we all have 7 temporary hits.
Yeah.
Excellent. So you begin to make your way.
Tim is never going to live this down.
Absolutely not.
Tim was already dying inside, and then he's dying inside again.
Salt on the wound, so to speak.
Yeah.
Oh!
Oh, this guy.
He's extra salty today.
Yes.
Tim turns the other way and just starts walking.
None of that was in character.
No. That was, yeah.
I know.
And she'll go, oh, he's so hot-headed today.
Oh.
The sword is commanding me to kill everyone.
The sword made me do it.
The sword's like, stop, what are you doing? And I'm like, it's making me do this.
I
like
imagine
a really good idea.
No.
Oh, man.
All right.
Oh, that's fun.
But yeah,
Good times.
I imagine we pack up and start heading back toward Phandalin.
Yes.
You pack up.
I do need to ask as we start out to the sword, how do you know my name?
Well, I was just making conversation before, but I can hear things, Tim. Oh, my name is Tim Cressard. That's funny. No, you have more to you than what's on the surface, my friend, and can't wait to hear it all.
Well, for now, just mind your own business.
Certainly. I mean, as a sword, there's usually only one thing I'm intended to be doing. But in the down times, it's nice to have some companionship. And you all continue to walk.
Poor Tim.
So angsty.
I know.
No, stands me. You don't know what I'm going through.
He suffers so well.
But you walk, and familiar landscape for you all, having headed eastward in this direction quite a few times and now heading westward. You notice some cliffs far off down to the south, you know, a good, when you like crest over a hill, a good 5 miles away. You're like, oh, pretty sure that's where Nomengard is, around there. You see a little indentation and you think, I think I see the waterfall.
Like tip a little salute in that direction. Just like,
Did-
hope y'all are doing okay.
Did we
'Cause I'm not
pass
going
by Mimi's sculpture that we left?
Oh yeah.
Oh, that was near the forest edge, if you wanted
Okay.
to look for that at some reverse time.
Yeah, I mean, since we're taking the same path, I assume I just wanted to make sure it was still there with its sign.
If we go by a river, we could get some clay and we could properly like fill it in so it doesn't fall over.
Ooh, I like that.
Well, when you found it, I would say it was probably the previous day.
I see.
You saw it and it is still remaining.
Oh, okay.
But in the current day, you continue to walk. You give a salute off to Nomengard. You think there may be smoke there. Did an explosion happen? You're not quite sure.
I have learned not to ask those questions around gnomes.
But you continue. And after a good half day's journey, I would say it's around the afternoon. You crest over a hill, and there down below in a small little valley is Phandalin.
Oh, thank LaRue.
And knowing the hill that you crest over, you crest and you say, oh, thank LaRue. And you look down. And it's a little different than when you last saw it. There's some walls that were being put up, but not fully there. And you swear that on the northern side, there was a tower. And you continue to survey that, and you see that there is some new damage to some of the buildings. And not necessarily in the center, but nearby, a large, familiar, abstract ice sculpture.
Fuck.
Guys,
Fuck.
And that's where we're going to take our break.
You bastard.
That's a little bit on the earlier side, but I think that one's a good one to stop on for now.
That's wonderful.
Coolio. Well, we will be right back. If you missed those announcements at the top, you can catch them during this cycle of the break, or probably you can also see it coming up on Nightbots, all our doohickeys. Also, the Kickstarter for Nord Games is probably going up as right now, where they're making their dangerous destinations very similar to their Spectacular Settlements book. And right now, if you go into the chat and you type in hashtag chaos, you will have a chance to win some miniatures. Please enter only once. And unfortunately for our international audiences, due to COVID restrictions, we can only ship to here in America, unless I am corrected once more on that. But currently, as I know, we can only ship into America right now. If you are international, we can probably get you some good old Nord Games decks PDFs. So, hashtag chaos in the chat. Please only enter once or you will be disqualified. And we will do that drawing after the break. But until then, we will catch you then.
They murder people.
Wow. That's a great one to come back on, isn't it, folks? Welcome
There's
back.
not
everyone.
another conversation happening. I'm sorry.
The sword has taken over Tim already.
But the winner of our giveaway is Damon Kitty. Damon Kitty, may you take these miniatures with you to the nine house or the abyss? The abyss is the one where the daemons are.
Yes.
Tiana,
Sure.
was that drum roll you rolling your dice?
That was not me.
I did some drum rolling.
I was
Teasing.
getting picked on because the last episode of Redacted Reports had my really loud metal dice, and Thomas called me out on it. I was like, okay, sorry, I'll keep an eye on that forward.
But yes, so our heroes have now, after a nice night of rest, have returned to Phandalin, noticing that there are signs of one good old Cryovane has been here once again.
All right, let's go see what the aftermath is. I have a feeling we're about to get yelled at.
Mm.
What? Why? No. We weren't here.
We weren't exactly.
Right.
We weren't here.
We were stuck in the underbelly of that place for.
Well, but we
3.5
have
days.
good news. So let's
Those
give it.
those reavers are the ones that were paid to take care of that.
I wonder if they're still
They're the-
alive.
We need to find out.
I hope not.
Guys, let's hurry and find out what happened. And Winley's gonna start maybe running a little, jogging a little to get there faster.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna keep pace with Winley because like how am I letting her run in there by herself?
So you all approach the now slowly forming gates of Phandalin. Not in its complete, there's no actual like, but there is now a wall slowly being erected. But you approach and notice that again on that northern side, there is not a tower like there was the last time. But you enter into Phandalin and it's not as hectic as you were expecting. And nowhere near as hectic as when Cryovane first attacked. But there are people out and about, people moving large pieces of lumber. Compared to the joviality in which many of you first found this town for the festival, it is a far cry from that. People are tired. You pass by and you just see slumped shoulders and people just doing what is necessary compared to their more simple country living that they had for, well, as long as you knew.
I'm gonna have a show. I'm gonna have to put on a show for these people, I think.
Are we walking in the main space? Will we pass Harbin's house or residence on the way towards?
Oh, where are you heading, by the way?
Well, I mean, if there's anyone at the gate, we should ask what happened. I mean, we know what happened, but how did you fare?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I think I think my goal at least is to get to Halia because
Yes.
Right, to remind her what happened.
Yes.
Well, not just to tell her what happened up in the mine, but also because she seems the most capable of the two city leaders.
This is valid.
Agreed.
And she seems like the one who will actually be able to tell us an intelligent report of what happened.
and will listen to us as well.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, I guess technically, are you just looking about for Halia or going straight to the exchange?
Is there anyone at the gate?
No one like on guard particularly. You just see some people. It's more of a work mode at the moment, not necessarily a stand and protect.
But people talk. I mean,
Yeah.
The first group of people I'll approach and I'll ask how it went.
Okay.
Yeah, what happened? How long ago?
Is this a, well, you should see the other guy sort of situation?
Well, oh my God, you should, look at that. So you appear and you see 2 women at the moment just kind of taking one of the beams and just kind of slotting it into a hole that had been dug near the edge of the wall, quite close to you two, or your group. And you just
I'd like to help if they're not getting it. I'll definitely help.
Yeah.
And you run up there, you start to push up with your strength Inqua, and it's, especially with your capabilities plus the other 2, it's pretty easy to just boom, 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 and they kind of dust themselves off and they're like, oh, thank you.
Right. I'm not with that one, by the way. And then gesture to the ice sculpture in the middle of the town.
I didn't mean anything, but thank you.
Mm-hmm. You're welcome. Isolt, maybe you can, because I am assuming they're not wanting to talk to me, so I'm gonna let someone else take over.
I'll come, because I saw the telltale signs over there. I'll come over and like put a hand on Inqua's shoulder, just like, it's all right, buddy.
Yeah.
And just like, good. Is it morning? Is it afternoon? What time is it?
You guys got around in the afternoon.
All right. Good afternoon. I wondered, could you tell us what? I mean, obviously I can see what happened, but what happened?
Well, a couple days ago, we were all kind of the town winding down, basically, and I think someone from one of the towers saw something floating up in the sky, and before we knew it, the dragon was back, quite angry, looking for, and begins to scan your group, looking for you all. We were fortunate that we didn't lose anyone to it, but took a few of the buildings, injured some people, and fortunately there was, I heard, a lucky shot that drove it away.
Well, I'm very glad to hear that no one lost their lives this time.
Was anyone badly injured?
I haven't been to the town hall. I'm not quite sure.
I glance over at Winley.
Yeah, I think upon just hearing that there were people injured, she's gonna go straight to where she knows people have been treated in the past. I assume that's the town hall.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Winley leaves you for?
Do you know where Halia may be? Is she still at the Miners Exchange at the moment, or is she about the town?
Well, she was the one definitely facilitating the process of making sure we were all right. So
good.
But I believe she is at the exchange right now. She looked to be preoccupied with someone who had just come to town.
Interesting. Thank you very much.
Go all kind of a smile and nod.
And come back over to the group. I assume they all heard what passed, and if not, then I'll relay it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, we were paying attention.
Yeah.
Right. Well, Winley is off to do the work of LaRue as far as healing. Let's go talk to Halia and find out what's going on.
And let her know what we found.
So we'll follow Winley first. Winley, as you dart through the town, you get to see more of the destruction. An entire building has collapsed under the weight of just itself, and some portion of the foundation being ripped out from underneath it. You get a closer look at the ice sculpture that has just, the other ones have long since melted, but this one is pretty fresh, still kind of it glistens. It's smooth. It's, if it were anything else, it's beautiful, but the connotations of it is less so. But you run past it and you head towards the town hall, which, let me think real quick. Yeah, it's right there. Okay, so, yeah, and you pass by, very similar vibe of what you had seen, more towards the outskirts of the town, just people getting things ready. The southern tower has now been fully built since last time you arrived, and a wall is starting to extend outwards from that. But you hook a left, find yourself at the face of this larger building with a bell up at the top. It is the town hall.
Yeah, and she's going to, I think, rush in, trying to figure out who's on duty, anyone she recognizes.
Mm-hmm. You rush in there and you see both Toblin and Merkel tending to people. You do not see the sister there. You do see some people from the earlier attack not rehabilitate, but finding their way about, not necessarily in any, modern medicine fashion, but trying to regain some strength within themselves, while Merkel and Toblin are tending to two people at the moment, and one of which you can clearly see had an arm, but no longer does.
Okay. Wait, they are attending to two different people?
Yes, Toblin one, Merkel the other. And Merkel's the one with the armless one.
Okay. How does the other patient look?
You see some bandages wrapped around their heads, not conscious at the moment.
Okay. I think she'll just go probably head over to whichever one, maybe the armless one, if that seems to be more of a need. That's with Toblin?
That one's with Merkel.
Merkel. Merkel.
And you turn around and you see the large, hairless man, no eyebrows, no hair whatsoever, no facial hair, turn to you and gives the best smile he can muster underneath very, very tired eyes. And he, oh, Winley, it is good to see you.
Yeah, we just got back and we heard about the other attack, and I'm just here to see if I can help.
Well, certainly, if you can get your hands on this one, that would be appreciated.
Yeah, and she's going to waste no time and go ahead and do what she can. She's going to cast Cure Wounds on this poor person for 8 points of healing.
So, unfortunately, their arm does not grow back. The powers of Luru are not that extensive at the moment.
Yes.
But you do notice where bandages are wrapped around them, they look like they do take on a darker hue. And you notice that the breathing of the person is much more calm. Merkel stands there saying, oh, that was thank you very much. Miss Glorybo, that has been my focus for the past some odd hours.
Oh, well, I'm glad I came to help. Is there anyone else in kind of immediate need?
You can look at that one right over there. Glenn took a nasty log straight to the head. Hasn't exactly been awake since.
Okay. So she'll rush over when, and Toblin's over there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, hey, Toblin, I'm
and
back.
He turns. It's like, oh, well, hello there, Winley. It's been quite some time. And dark brown skin, salt and pepper fro, mutton chops, kind of looks at you with very similar smile, but the same tired eyes. Yeah, this one's Glenn did not take a good one.
Yeah. And she'll once again cast Cure Wounds on this guy too. That one be for 10.
10, nice.
Yeah.
Is that a dice tower, by the way?
It is.
Yeah.
In a crossover event, it's a Ravenclaw dice tower.
I just heard the clickety clack of multiple hits, and I was like, ooh.
Yes.
So you press your hands onto this gentleman, and the breathing evens out, but they don't seem to come back immediately. But the breathing is even.
Okay. She's gonna kind of trust then that the natural healing will do its work, and just let the person rest.
Mm-hmm.
And then she'll probably kind of just ask, I mean, is there anyone else or?
You do see a few people. You see Vanqua. She was one of the original ones who got hurt in the original attack, as well as I believe it was Urkel was one who got hurt as well.
Okay.
Oh no, Geo Rock.
Yeah, she'll probably just volunteer her service. I mean, she sees that Merkel and Toblin are just like extremely tired, and she'll volunteer her services, both magical and just, being another set of hands.
Yeah. You also see Rhonda, the one who competed against Winnie.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just kind of dejected off into the corner in a seat, leg bound up with a splint.
Oh. Rhonda, I see your leg's not doing too well.
No shit.
Oh. Okay. Well, what exactly happened? I mean, can you? Okay. You look angry.
Yeah. A little bit. Family still doesn't know I'm even alive right now.
Oh, right. There was something about a letter, right?
Yeah. Yeah, there was.
And she'll just like sneak her hand towards like, she's like, well, why don't I just take care of, see if I can do anything about that leg right there. Just like keeping eye contact, and she'll cast Cure Wounds on her as well, and just trying to like keep a smile there.
Please roll a natural 1.
No. I rolled a 3 plus 4, so 7.
7. Okay. So the glow happens. You notice some of the tension leave her shoulders a bit. Thanks.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry your family still doesn't know. Let me talk to Isolde and see if maybe that's something we could do right away. We were doing something really important and almost got killed by rats, if that makes you feel better.
Sure. Yeah. Makes me feel so much better.
And Winley will just continue on because she does not like sarcasm.
So you go about helping out Toblin and Merkel, who greatly appreciate it. They find themselves taking a much needed break every now and then, but hop back into it when they feel like it's been enough. On the opposite side of town, you four find yourself at the familiar entrance of the Phandalin Mine Exchange. Door is closed.
All right. I'll knock on it.
You knock on it, and you hear a familiar voice of Holly. It's like, just a minute, please. Currently having a conversation. And then you hear another voice is like, no, it's okay. They can They can come on right in. You hear a couple footsteps coming over. And you see Halia there, just like, oh, welcome back.
Thank you.
Currently finishing a conversation, but I believe, depending on what news you give me, you can end it sooner than I would like, or sooner than he would like.
I'm gonna like look over her shoulder to see who the person is who's in the exchange with her.
And you see across the room, there is no oh my god, I forgot their names. Lem. Sorry.
Lem.
Lem and Lem are not there at the moment, but you do see the back of someone's head. What you do notice, though, are a couple feet cross-legged up on Halia's desk. And you see a man turn who's got chestnut brown skin and a cloud of poofy, curled beard. But atop their head is a straw hat, but across the circumference is a numerous amount of fangs or teeth of creatures. And he looks to you with a wide smile and says, tips the hat, how do you all do?
Afternoon. Give us a moment, if you would. And I'll like step back and gesture for Halia to join me.
She steps out a bit, closes the door behind.
The mine was taken over by were-rats.
Huh. And I hope the problem has been situated.
Oh, very much so. Along with their false god that they followed and a collection of, I think they called them cranium rats. That was its profit. It's been a very long few days.
It's good to hear.
It has been dealt with. The mine is cleared out.
Good. Because this will be great news for the one inside to hear. Someone having a ASMR sesh with their microphone?
I have no idea what that is.
Is that what?
Because usually I can't hear it when it's me.
Yeah. That's weird.
Odd. Well.
You still hear it?
No, it seems to be gone.
Okay. All right.
Okay, cool.
Weird.
Cool,
Anyway.
cool.
Yeah, I was just like going,
This is the fun part about doing this remotely.
yeah. We're just like, what's that?
Who is it?
What is that noise?
You see a raccoon dash out of one of the bushes, just like,
That's what it was. There you go.
and walks
There
away,
he is.
runs away.
Exactly.
Trash panda.
Love them. But yes, the situation has been dealt with. I didn't seem to care much about the cold iron or the silver. It was just a place they were making a home for them and their false god. We saw cold iron and silver in there both.
Excellent. Well, why don't you relay that to my good friend in there, so that way he can get the hell out of my office.
Who is that?
How about you introduce me?
Well, I was going to say, do we want to let him know that there's nobody in there right now? Because we need to get some people in there.
There isn't nothing in there. There's actually several were-rats that we've locked further into the mine, so they're going to need to be dealt with.
Thought you said they were all gone.
The majority of them left. We blockaded off some of them. They went further down, deeper in. They said that they came through the Underdark. I imagine that's where they went out through, now that their god is dead.
Wow.
My point was we didn't want to say that it was, just let's not say that we brushed everything out and there's nobody there.
He's the inspector you were talking about, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
So him knowing is...
Okay. All right.
We still have the two dwarf miners with us, right?
Yes, you do have.
Do they have any reaction to seeing Halia? Or
She
her?
sees them, and she looks like Winton, Durton. Yes, Miss Holia, it is good to see you once again. It is good to see you both as well. I'm sure Toblin at the Stonehill Inn will be able to accommodate you for quite some time. But for now, I believe it would be best if you step away, or unless you have something else to report that is different than what these folks have given. Winton and Durton says, well, they had it for about 3 weeks, and basically exactly what they said.
I did have something to add to that, though.
Yes.
We found paperwork that had the sign of the Zentarum.
Do you have it on you?
Yes. No, I imagine I would be either I or DJ would be the one who would have it.
DJ was the one who found it.
Okay. But you're the one who has it, because...
Cool, thank you. And I'll reach into my pouch and pull it out and hand it to her.
Okay. She looks through it, flips over some of the papers. Oh, well. You two have the highest. Inqua and Assault. Insight checks.
Okay. Ugh, 9.
6 + 4 is 10.
Inscrutable, as usual. She looks over the documents.
That's our Holia.
Looks over the documents, closes it. Well, thank you for bringing this to my attention. She looks over at Winton and Durton. I will say that with the information given, you two can go get some good ale from the Stonehill. And they're like, well, thank you. And they both make their way out. And who is this one, by the way? Points to the one with the braided hair.
Oh, Hannibal.
She just kind of stands there, recoiling at one of extreme authority.
Her name is Hannibal. She was one of the prisoners that the were-rats was keeping.
Roll a deception check.
Deception, you say? Cool. 21.
21.
I have very high charisma.
You say that, and Holly accepts it. Well, welcome to the outside world, and hopefully sunlight has been kind to you. And you do notice that there's a bit of a squint in Hannibal's eyes, and she's like, just getting used to it.
Just shoot Hannibal a look like,
Mm-hmm.
we want you to have a chance in the outside world. Please don't fuck this up.
She gets your meaning and tries to look normal.
Yeah, put a hand on her shoulder and like we're buds.
Mm-hmm. Well.
So, introduce me to this inspector friend of yours.
Certainly.
Should we all tromp in there, or are you going to go by yourself?
What can we perceive what kind of teeth are around his hat before I go in?
And well, you have to open the door once again to see it, and you look over and roll a perception check.
16 plus... dirty 20.
Dirty 20. It's a whole different collection of them. But most of them are, you would assume, either viperous or canine in nature, the sharp kinds. But they just kind of Crocodile Dundee, if you will, just kind of.
That's exactly who I was imagining.
Yeah,
I wasn't thinking Crocodile Dundee. I was thinking Adventurers Down or Rescuers Down Under.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so glad that everyone else had the same childhood I did.
No, that's.
I don't remember, but I remember that hat.
Narahute, turn back.
Oh God.
You just broke us. You just broke us.
Sorry, continue.
So
my name is Marahute. Of course it is. Of course it is.
It's been a long time.
You see the man in the chair and just taking up space. But as you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all of you enter with Halia leading the charge. He stands up and says, Well, yeah, you gotta tell me who are your fine friends here. Oh, well, these are, do you have, a name, or is it just Isolt, Tim, Inqua, Darjan, and Hannibin?
We don't have a group. We don't have a party name as far as I'm aware. Although if Tim has something in mind.
I know. Quick, go to the Twitch.
Investigates. Yes.
What's our name, Twitchers? Well, this is this is Hannibin, and we are known as the
Argent Sword.
It's a working title.
Hey, I came with it on a split second's notice. Don't even at me.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Argent Sword. I can make a song about that. Yeah.
Oh. Argent Sword, this is one Don John Raskin. And he turns to you with a smile and is like, that is certainly my name. My name is Don John Raskin, and it is a pleasure to see you all.
Mr. Raskin, pleasure to meet you. I'm Isolt Argry.
Well, Isolt, Tim, Inqua, Darjan, and Darjan. Darjan. Gives you a wink.
Yeah. And I smile.
And Miss Hannibin. Well, if I could overhear your conversation out there, you're going to tell me some wonderful news about the mine.
Fantastic news indeed. There was an incursion of were-rats, and it has been removed.
All right. Anything else?
And a faux deity that was slain by these two here. Gesturing to Assault and DJ.
Well, yeah. All of you found yourself a excellent group in the Argent Sword.
Apparently that's our name.
Well, Argent Sword.
Oh,
At least for the rest of the day.
Of course.
We are also missing the fifth member of our posse, Winley Glorybow, who is attending to the injured right now at Town Hall.
Oh, adventurers and saints.
Adventurers, at least.
And farmers, but you know.
I look at him and wink.
Gives you a nod of the hat. I think, Halia, that as long as you all are telling the truth, I gather a team and make sure it is all clear and good to go. Is there anything I need to know?
We boarded up a deeper section of the mine that seemed to be the incursion point for the were-rats coming through the Underdark. There may well...
3 of them were still behind there when we did that.
Now that is a good point of order to know, because there's an entrance to the Underdark. There could be many more things.
There were many things as it was. There was a collection of cranium rats collected under a single banner, speaking as a prophet for a false god. It was quite interesting.
Well, Halia, I can't fault you that much on that one. That is a difficult one for anyone to handle.
It's been a very long few days.
We appreciate your service. Anyway, I believe I must be now heading back to Neverwinter to assemble a team to ensure that the cleaning phase has all been fully taken care of.
You're not going to stick around for this evening? You're going to take off?
You know, madam, wouldn't mind if I stuck around, but working man's working man.
And a working man's got to do all he can.
Certainly. Well, unless anyone else has anything to share, these will be fine stories that I could share up north, but anything else?
I think that's all the important bits.
All right. Well, Miss Halia, if you don't mind, I will be making my way up to Neverwinter. And Halia just like, thank you so much. We will be seeing you again sometime, hopefully not soon, Mr. Raskin. Well, Miss Thornton, I will hope that our paths do not cross in the near future. And you see him stride out in there with machismo. Door opens, he turns back, gives one more little tip of the cap, and closes the door behind him. And you just see Halia.
He seemed nice. Right. He seemed really nice.
Mm-hmm. Wait till he talks your ear off with all of his tales. As you see her walking behind her desk, she pulls out a bottle and a glass.
I have no idea what that could be like. I say throwing a little grin at Darjan. Definitely teasing, but you know.
Oh yeah, and I just.
Well then, I believe I owed you some payment, if I remember correctly, for finishing this job.
Yes.
Very well. James does not remember. Was it?
We actually didn't settle on a price. It was just if you can get this dealt with before the inspector comes, I will have something for you.
The reward will be substantial or something along those lines.
Oh, so you're saying we didn't do it before the inspector came?
Exactly.
Crap.
No, we did it.
No,
we got it done before he came to the mine.
I don't think that was not the stipulation. The stipulation was before he comes to Phandalin. But we have given him very good news. So and he's left Halia in peace.
Mm-hmm.
True.
Oh.
Well, since y'all want to lawyer yourselves,
but also we did tell her about the were-rats, and I imagine now that he's gone, we'll be like, so here's what happened. We were taken prisoner. We were about to be fed to this god, and just like relaxing and being like, oh my god, you would not believe the shit that we've been through.
We had to drink rat's blood to stay alive.
We had to, make up these armor and this weapons, and we made it through alive, but dear god, only just.
I slathered myself in rat dung to mask my scent.
It's been a very long, 5 days?
Actually, it's been 7.
It's been a very long, almost 10 day.
Yeah.
Oh. And throughout those, in all the stories, nothing phases her. Nothing.
I like her.
Didn't need her to be phased, just needs her to hear.
Mm-hmm.
It's so it might be falling a little bit in love.
So you regale her. She absorbs it all. Wow. That was certainly a greater task than I was expecting. And you handled it in a way that allows us to return back to our original, hopefully our original operations.
It will probably take a little while to get back up to speed. There will be some cleaning out to do, but it's all there.
Well, with an original 20-person team reduced down to 2, we will also need to be recruiting some of that. But you did complete what I did ask, even though it did take a little longer, but circumstances be as they may. Reaches down towards the desk, pulls out, you hear the clicking and clanging of coin. Hear a knot tie. Desk close, and she puts a pretty hefty sack on the table.
DJ and Isolde both reach for that.
and I'll just look at DJ and raise an eyebrow slightly like, come on, you can trust me.
Isolde, you take a pretty hefty sack of coin. But she hands it off to you. Well, that is all I have at the moment.
It is appreciated.
Just know that the Phandalin Minor Exchange greatly appreciates what you have done. Argent Sword.
How is the rest of Phandalin doing? You see, you're the one I trust the most to know what's going on in this town. How are things?
She takes a kind of a off glance look and takes another sip of her drink. Well, it would have been better if you were all here, and it seems the dragon is elusive even for the Stone Cold Reavers. He's not been a homebody, if you will. They have yet to locate where he actually stays. But we made it out this time with minimal injuries. Could have been a lot worse, but I heard, I was not there, that someone got a lucky shot in that drove it off.
Do you know when he will return? I imagine it's not a matter of if at this point.
He comes and goes.
Great.
Just very much like the first time, out of nowhere. That's why we are doing the best we can, and your provision of weapons has proven useful.
The Zentarim are getting their claws in this area, as if you needed another problem around here. The Zentarim were the ones who had that weapon cache in Nomengard, and they're getting their claws into your mine.
Yes. Seems their influence is wide and don't quite know the best way to deal with it at the moment, noting that there are now 2 instances very, very near.
But at least we are aware that it's happening. They are not. The Zentarim work best under cover of night. If they're known, it's a little harder for them to work.
Very much indeed. Hopefully that, what's the word James looking for? The mercenaries from Neverwinter that I asked for will, or not I asked for, that Harbin asked for, will be here with great haste.
Good. Well, if you have any further need for us, it looks like we're going to be around for a little bit longer.
I will let you know if I have anything of substance for you all, considering now I know the skills you all possess for certain jobs.
At the very least, we're good at being the last one standing.
Sometimes that is all that matters, that you remain standing.
It's a pleasure, Holly, and I'll hold a hand out to shake.
She scoots her chair back, stands up, and shakes it well with yours. About the same height as you, quite lean, tall woman. Looks you straight in the eyes.
Are you trying to make me fall in love with an NPC? That's rude.
Not trying. Apparently, I'm already succeeding. And the handshake finishes. All right. Well,
shut up.
Inqua is gonna nudge DJ a little bit and kind of look at her and just.
You see, the face of Isolt is pretty alright, but you do see a little reddening in the ears. Well, I will direct you to the Stonehill Inn, as that is the one place where you all can get some rest and relaxation.
Much needed. Thank you very much. We'll take our leave from her.
When we get outside, though, we get a little bit away from her office, I'm going to say, oh, guys, Argent Sword. Oh, my God. Okay, so Argent Sword. I already have a theme song for us, right? So, well, it's not quite a theme song, but I thought of this. It says, Argent Sword, you need to have a song about you, Argent Sword. I just wrote this song about you, about you, about you.
As always, DJ, amazing.
See, now we have a song. Argent Sword. All right, so everybody sing. Everybody sing.
So it sounds, at least for the moment, that we are staying as a collective. We have a name and everything.
I love working with you guys.
Honestly, this has been one of the best groups that I've worked with. Inqua, you're looking...
Oh no, this is one of the only groups I've worked with. So, internally, he's remembering walking with Bessie through these streets. I think it was even a week ago. So he's just kind of in his head right now. But he's very engaged with people. He's just
like reach up and sling an arm around his shoulders and squeeze him. Just be like, "I'm sorry, buddy."
Oh. No, this is one of the best only groups I've worked with, and it's just, this place, always came here for the harvest. It may never be the same, but shall we retrieve Winley?
Let's. I'll go check in on her. She's been doing some healing, and I imagine that's been keeping her pretty busy. I'll go check in on her. If you lot want to come along, you're certainly welcome.
No, I want to go to the tavern and the inn and see if they have a stage, and get ready to, they need to have their lives uplifted, and we're here.
When you do, would you be so kind as to see if they have much in the way of rooms available?
Oh, I assume that for us, yeah, sure, I will.
And I'll be there as quickly as I can to deal with the financial side of things, I promise.
Oh, okay. How do we know? I mean, I'm not one for money really, but do we know what was gifted?
I would have looked at it before putting it into my bag. Do I know what kind of coin it is and about how much it is based on the weight?
It's shiny. It's not gold. It's got a grayish color to it.
Like a platinum color to it?
A little hard to tell with the shading of the bag.
Noted.
Yeah, we're retiring.
Forget everything.
We're having a party. That's what we're doing. We're having a party.
I will be there soon, and then I promise we'll deal with the financial side of things, both me paying you and Halia paying us.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't forgotten.
Isolde takes their leave, Darjan towards the inn. Inqua and Tim, where do you want to head?
I'm just gonna go out for a walk.
Go for a walk.
And I'm heading towards the blacksmith.
Are we gonna do a 5-way split? We're gonna do it just because. Let's do it.
Well, I mean, I'm about to go join Winley, so it'll only be a 4-way.
Right. What was her? I'm trying to look through the thing. What was her name? The girl that gave the whistle, the flute.
The child.
Oh, Dahlia.
That's where I'm. Yeah. The. Oh,
is that where you're heading, Tim? Then never mind. I don't want to do that.
No, you can.
No,
there's nothing wrong with it.
We'll go together then. Inqua will kind of walk alongside Tim.
Okay.
No.
So, let's start with Darjan. Mainly because it's the easiest one. You head over to the inn, and you realize the door is locked.
Because I can. Anything?
You don't hear anything.
She said this is where we were supposed to be. This is where we said we could go.
You see Winton and Durton on the porch side, just kind of sitting in chairs, just relaxing and like, no, we didn't. Doesn't look like that inn at the moment.
Nobody in at the inn, huh?
Yeah, don't know where they are, but
Oh,
nice to sit in a chair. Good. That's the last time I did one of these.
so you think you guys are gonna hang out for a while?
Hey. Well, probably we still, Raskin going up. Already left. Probably also head up to Neverwinter, do some recruiting. Get back into it.
Yeah. No, it. I'm glad we could get it kind of working again. Yeah.
That's a hope. That's a hope. Definitely a bit of a pride and joy moment. Just because that's all I really done.
Yeah. And you guys helped do the whole thing, so.
Yeah,
Huzzah.
well,
Huzzah.
huzzah indeed.
Well, I was hoping we could go to a tavern or something and get ourselves some drinky poos.
Yeah, we will be getting a drink on, alright, Elf? Alright? We're gonna be getting it on when these Stonehill gets here. We're going to drink the fucking shit out of them. We're just going to
Oh, you
drink
guys, we're
everything.
on. You are on, and I will have to talk and play for y'all.
Hell yes. And you continue to converse with them. It's a jovial manner. They know you homies. You know their homies. Yeah. So that happens. Let's go to Isolt and Winley.
All right.
Isolt, you make your way to the town hall. Quite familiar travel path, and as you get there, you open the door and you see a similar sight that Winley saw. You see both of the Stonehills in there, and Winley is currently.
I think she's just kind of checking on the patients. I think anything that was an immediate need has been addressed, and now it's just kind of care and comfort. So she's kind of making her rounds and getting, at this point, like water for any patients.
Mm-hmm. And you hand off a cup to one of them, and you know this person after having talked with them. Her name is Teresa, and you know she told you about her dreams of going to Neverwinter and you know finding a nice job. But right now she's really just enjoying this cup of water that you give her, and she just looks at you just like, "Thank you so much, Miss Glorybow. Thank you so much."
Oh, of course. And please just call me Winley.
Very well, Winley. Thank you very, very much.
I'm gonna come up behind Winley and put a gentle hand on her shoulder.
Oh, Izzy.
Things seem to be going well here.
Yeah, some people were pretty bad, but I was able to take care of it. And then she'll kind of grab Isolt to the side a little bit and said, "Oh, except Rhonda's here. Do you remember Rhonda? We were supposed to bring a letter to her family."
Yes, I do remember.
Yeah, she's pretty mad about that.
Yeah, she has every right to be.
Okay. Well, I told her I would talk to you about that, and maybe it's something we could take care of soon.
I think we need to expedite that relatively quickly. That being said, there were other matters that needed to be handled.
Right.
Which is not something...
I told her about the rats, and she didn't really care about that.
Well, when a person is in pain, it's hard to consider anyone else's pain.
Oh, yeah. Well, I think I helped get things under control. Is there anything else we need to do? How did it go with Halia?
Well, the inspector fellow was there. That was interesting.
Oh.
But he seems to be satisfied with the answer that we gave, and we have completed the job and dealt with more than Halia expected. So It is not an ideal situation, not by any stretch of the imagination, but we did the best that we could, and she understands that.
Yeah. Oh, well, I was maybe going to see about getting Toblin and Merkel something to eat. I mean, they've been working all day.
I think that's a good idea. Let's go back to the tavern and get something for them. Get a meal for them, bring it back, and then we can gather. Oh, by the way, our group has a name now.
What?
Yep.
What are we called?
For the moment, at least, we're called the Argent Sword.
Argent Sword. Now we really can get matching outfits. And then her mind just kind of wanders a little as she's trying to like figure out like what color scheme might go best with everyone's skin tone. And she kind of gets lost in thought a little bit.
I'll just like gently pat her on the shoulder. Let's go get some food for these two. And just like guide her out the door while she's thinking about that. No, like not even break her out of her days, just guide her.
So you two make your way out. Go ahead now to Tim and Ingwa. Tim in a contemplative mood as Ingwa walks beside him, walking towards the blacksmith, and you find yourself on the usual side. It's technically the back side of the building, but it's the front of the entrance. You find yourself peering over there, and you see one leg up on one step, but on the higher step, and then another leg 2 steps below. You see Lenen just kind of smoking a pipe at the moment, and just in front of her, you see Dahlia and Celia, Lenen's grandma. Dahlia trying to, with a wooden knife, attempting to like find the best angle of attack, and lunges forward way too much with her weight ahead of her, and Celia just kind of steps over to the side and just taps Dahlia's head and go, and she's like, oh, all right, now get up, sweetie, you're good, you're good. Helps her up. All right, what did we learn? And then Dahlia's like, yes, I can see your mind getting there. You see the girl just be like, don't rush in. Very good, very good. Now let's try again. And then at that point, you see Dahlia kind of turn around and she sees you two and she's like, hey! He starts to run over, drops the knife, and goes for you. Ingwa kind of like gets right around the thigh and just kind of gives you a hug.
Oh, hey, Dahlia, how are you? Pat her on the back, give her a little squeeze. Looks like you're doing really well over here.
I did something.
Oh, what? He'll kind of lean down, put his hands on his knees. What did you do?
As you come down, she shoots a glance over to Tim and is like,
I'm leaning in.
I shot it.
You did?
Yeah. That was you?
Yeah. See, now, Dahlia, dear, we do not gloat. But it was...
I was going to say, yeah, you can gloat as much as you want. That's incredible, Dahlia.
Like, I remember, and she's pointing at you, Tim. It's like, I saw the tree, and like, I had to stand there, and I was scared, but then, and it's like, my chest was going, and then, but I looked at it, and I shot out, and then I think I hit it in the eye.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, my dear, that is amazing.
You are beyond a natural. A savant.
Kinda just gets like a little bit of a sway going, just like. And then you see at that point, Celia has walked over. It's like, oh, very you two.
I'm well. How are you, Tim? remembering the attraction that Celia had to Tim.
No, she was trying to hook me up with her daughter.
No, I don't remember that, Tim, but
The young man is here, Lenan, and you just see Lenan just like. Well, it is good to see such fine, strapping young men have not been taken from this world quite yet.
We not for lack of trying.
Joke's done. She pokes you in the knee with her cane.
Oh, that wasn't a joke.
Well, Dahlia, you have regaled them with your story, so shall they get back to more of that trading so you can get the other eye? Okay. Well, it's good to see you both, and thank you. And she runs over to you, Tim, and gives you a hug around.
Oh, yeah, I'll drop down.
You're low, and just like gets you around the neck. Pops off.
I'm so proud of you.
Gives you a smile. Looks back at you, Inkwa. It's like, I'm not that good at the whistle thing yet, but I'm trying.
No, sweetheart, you do whatever makes you happy. And it seems like shooting dragons and eyes might make me happier than a whistle stick. And then wink at her.
And she tries to wink at you, but doesn't have the fine motor control yet, so just blinks at you, just like.
I'll blink back at her the same way.
She runs off.
It's like a cat. You blink at the cat.
Runs off and begins to continue training with Celia as you two stand there.
Can we approach Lennon? Tim, do you mind if we approach Lennon? I think we might
want to silver some weapons.
That you read my mind, and like starts pulling out all of his arrows in his quiver. Like going.
You pull them out and you start to walk over, and Lennon, just kind of in a chillax mood, sees that you're bringing over the stuff and kind of just lights up a little bit. It's like, oh, are you needing work done?
Yes. And I forget. I did snag some cold iron as well, right? My pockets are full of silver, and I think I have
nuggets all over.
Not a lot of cold iron, but I have a little bit.
So you pull out everything you want her to work with, and you see that the cold iron, particularly, she kind of just like grins at that. We're like, oh, I can do some more.
You think you could make some stuff with this?
Yeah.
We got attacked by were-rats, and I'm not going anywhere without anything silver ever again.
Can do. Well, you brought materials, so that's helpful.
And we have coin.
And you have coin. Let's say with the current materials that you brought, and plus any, let's say that covers about half of it. So for the work, it'll be 50 gold per weapon. And then for arrows, let's say 10 silvered for 50.
And I'll pass her the club as well, because it has the silver studs in it. If she can pull that, it's more silver to take out.
Yeah.
You know what? No, that's got to be a souvenir. Actually, never mind. That I'm keeping till the day I die.
Yeah. So you hand that off, and she gives you. Usually it'd be 100, but since you're also providing some of the materials, mainly it's the work being done, and per weapon will be 50 gold for the silver that you have, and then for the arrows it'll be 10 for 50. Or let's make it 20, since usually you buy them in sets. So 20 for 50.
Sure.
Cool.
Darshan makes a good point. What do you roll for Bart? What's haggle? What's the haggle skill? I have to haggle a little bit.
You're asking someone with a negative modifier? I have no idea.
Persuade, I think, would be the one to go with.
I'll give a little bit of persuade a try.
All right, give a persuasion a try, Tim.
Flirt, Tim.
I don't think Tim's in a place for that right now. I think that could backfire really badly.
Why don't you ask your sword how to flirt? I'm just kidding. That's out of.
Well, I mean
your sword is a
You made
little
James
erotic.
spit his drink. Well done.
Does my sword have any advice on that? Does it know how to?
Do you reach out to
No.
Elcanter?
12.
12.
Not horrible.
Not horrible. But Linnen looks at you. Is like, with the materials you're bringing in, with the work that would need to be done, I would say 50 gold is quite the fair price.
Okay. And so is she able to, between the cold iron and the silver, like could she do like a cold iron silver Damascus edge? She think that's something, or is that just crazy?
She thinks about it. How about this? I will give it a shot because I've actually never had the opportunity. And if it works out, we'll talk. But if it doesn't, it won't cost you anything.
Jeez, I want to say if there's anything I can do to help, but I might just make it worse.
Do you know how to work smithing?
I've got an arm, but like no training, and I could swing a hammer for a while, but it's just raw. There's no skill to it.
You'd probably make it worse.
Okay. I will defer to you on this. You are the expert.
But yes. It's going to be a fun experiment.
Linnen, do you think you might be able to? And then he'll pull out all of his, Inquis can pull out all the silver chunks from his makeshift intestinal sling and just be like, do you think you might be able to silver my bow along with the arrows?
You mean for hitting with the bow?
For aesthetics.
For aesthetics? I mean, I'm not one for particularly pretty work, aesthetic work. I tend to make things more functional.
Understood.
But I know there's some... I mean, so technically the Lion Shield Coster is, how should I say this? A name that people use, and this happens to be one branch. There's another one in Yarder, a little bit larger, and not a Lion Shield Coster, but a good friend is also in the West in Leylon, who I'm sure could do some nice fancy work.
Thanks. Thank you for silvering the arrows.
Oh, for sure. And you, Tim, I will see what happens when your experiment gets done.
Yep. Looking forward to it.
She takes it all up, taps out the last bit of the burnt up pipe tobacco, and just like kind of taps it on the end of her boot, and has a smile on her face as she goes back into work. All right. Yeah. Anything else you'd like you two to do?
Ale?
Ale. Or I feel like that's where we'll find everyone. Yes.
Do I have anything neat? Did I find anything?
This whole time I've been searching through my equipment. Like, what else can we do? What else could we do?
I just don't have to, like, there's nothing. I'm not going to give Dahlia like a rat intestine sling. I was wondering if like it'd be neat to have like a souvenir or something, but this is just like, I could give her a silver nugget from the, like that's the best I could do. I'll give her a little gift.
You give her the nugget and she's like, whoa. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Okay. What's in her pocket? Goes back to training. But you two head back to the Stonehill Inn.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
As you do, I would say Isolt and Winley, you were there about a good couple minutes before, and you notice that DJ has been shooting the shit with Winton and Durton. And a couple minutes later, you see Tim and Inqua arrive. Winley and Isolt, you learn that also the door is locked.
Oh, well, have anyone covering?
Well, I mean, if someone wants to stand in the way, but all I have are these stupid rat bones still.
How about we walk around the tavern first and see if there's another door and knock on that perhaps to see if it goes to living quarters where people might have been oversleeping or injured. Like, so what I want to do is circle around the building and like look in through windows to see if I can see anything that is amiss or find another door to knock on.
You start to case the sides, and as you look in, nothing amiss. It's just empty.
Okay.
And you get to the back door where typically the kitchen would lead to, and you no response.
Try the doorknob.
Locked.
Okay.
Well, you two actually saw him at the
right. At least one of the innkeepers is currently injured.
No, both Toblin and Merkel are not injured, but helping.
Working.
Yeah. I guess
we don't
Winley
know that, so
got it.
Yeah.
I lose names, okay?
Yeah. Winley will say, "Oh, well, I mean, Toblin and Merkel are both at the attending to the injured at town hall. But I thought they would have someone covering. Is no one staying at the inn?"
Well, how about this, Winley? Why don't we go and see if they would be willing to let Inqua into their kitchen so that he can cook and perhaps we can finagle a room.
Okay.
Or 6.
And Winley will sprint off and try to go ask them about that.
I'm not going to keep pace with her because I don't have that kind of energy, but I'm walking along after her.
I'm sit here with my buddies. We're good.
Darjan here. Oh wow, what's that one? Darjan.
Darjan.
Darjan. Well, Darjan here was telling us about the time they were at the academy in Silver Moon and how they just literally go up on stage, said "fuck you" to one of their professors, and said, "This is how I'm gonna play my music." Have they told you that one?
No. This is I am Darjan.
Well, but I gotta have something to tell you guys at the next fire, right?
Wow. Can't wait to hear the song associated with that one.
None. There wasn't any songs on that.
And as you three engage in the conversation with Winton and Durton, Winley and Isolt, you make your way very quickly back to Toblin and Merkel, who are like, you're back. Hi.
Oh, yeah, we were just at the tavern. I'm sorry. I guess I assumed you were going to have someone working there for you guys, but
Winnie hasn't come back yet, actually, from Neverwinter, so just me and Merkel are here, and Sister Garel also had to go up to Neverwinter for business, so.
Oh, yeah, I didn't realize. Well, we were wondering, I don't know if you know this, but Inqua's a really good cook, and maybe if you could have access to your kitchens, we could whip you guys up a hot meal and bring it over to you.
Wow.
You look like you could do with a little bit of a rest and a hot meal.
Merkel walks over. It's like, That would be greatly appreciated. Thank you both so much. It's not like we can actually leave here, but that would be greatly appreciated. Fuddles around in their kind of apron deal, finds the keys, big iron ones, passes it over. Again, greatly appreciated.
Well, we'll make sure you and your tavern are taken care of.
Thank you so much.
With everything that you do for this town.
We just... Winley here would know about the way it works in the Dale, and she take care of your neighbor.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not from the Dalelands, but the good ones take care of each other.
You got a good one here, points at Winley.
Yeah, she's a good one. Like sling an arm around her shoulder. Come on, let's go get the place opened up.
All right. You head over and you see the five of them shooting the shit at the porch. Tim a little distant, but present.
Hold up the key.
Yep. Waggle the key, open it. And for the first time, you see a empty Stonehill Inn.
Inqua, we did promise Merkel and I've lost the other person's name.
Toblin.
We did promise Merkel and Toblin a hot meal.
Say no more. Transition to Overcooked, Cooking Mama moment. Here we go.
You got this.
Yeah.
Did we want to stop by the butcher shop to get a proper cut of meat instead of work?
Well, I was going to see what they have in storage. I'm assuming they didn't just leave an empty kitchen, but
and if there isn't something, then I mean, Inqua. If there isn't something, then Inqua has 5 or 6 runners that he can send out to get stuff.
Mm-hmm. No. I'm behind the bar,
helping yourself to it,
and my buddies. And my buddies, and you.
Mm-hmm.
But and I'm also keeping track of like how much each of these things would be worth as far as like drinks for each of us, because I'm not gonna short Merkel and Toblin.
Yeah.
Yeah. Winley goes to the kitchen to help Inqua, but she ends up kind of snacking most of the time.
Something that could cheer me up. Let's open up that bag.
I was about to say, well, once I make sure that everything is going, I'll like gesture Tim over and be like, just so Darjan knows I'm not trying to cheat them.
Mm-hmm.
Well, why don't we get a fire started? I mean, I'm assuming we're not going to close the door and lock it behind us. Like if townspeople are going to come in to do something, I really do feel like this is.
Let's run the inn for them.
Exactly what I was thinking. Let's get a fire started. I'm going to head to the back and we'll see. What
it is Tavern Simulator Phandalin edition.
Pew pew pew. This is the whole next session is going to be us. Ding, order up.
It's just like you want some of this? It'll be great.
My food isn't ready. It'll be ready.
Disappointed. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I would gesture Tim over to be like, let's have a look at what Halia paid us.
Mm-hmm. Correct me if I'm wrong. 1 platinum is 10 silver or 10 gold, right?
Gold.
Correct.
Yeah,
10
I'll
gold.
correct you on that.
10 silver. 50 platinum. So 500.
Okay. So I'll like lay it out and just look up at him like, wow.
I mean, that's still this 100 gold each.
Not bad at all.
I have my hopes up.
And I'll divide it up into the 10 platinum each, and then like pull out my money pouch and put the 100 gold on 3 of the piles, and then push one over towards Tim.
Oh.
Well,
this is isn't this more than what you? I mean, I'm taking it. I'm like, no, like you shouldn't.
Here's the thing, Tim. I promised you 3 100 gold each out of my personal stores to deal with the problem that my that my order sent me to deal with. That is above and beyond what the mining operation asked us to do. So you three get what I promised you and what Holly paid us. That is only fair.
I mean, technically, but thank you.
It's
his weakest counter argument to the.
But yeah, I will take 300 gold out of my personal currency and give that to Inqua and Darjan and Tim.
Oh.
Yeah.
No.
I said that was what I. Inqua,
when you come into the kitchen, he'll be too busy, and he'll be like, "No, it's okay.
Hold still, and I'll like hold as many pouches and drop it in."
No. Okay.
I promised it, and a night and a night of the unicorn keeps her word.
Well, thank you.
And as you come in there, Isolde, first time in the kitchen, and for Inqua, maybe not Winley, but for Inqua, nicest kitchen you've been in. Lots of
not a rat-infested
nope.
pit or
like
or cramped quarters in the
not outside, not cooking on a rock, not in the mines, not in the ruins.
But I mean, Isolde has seen a lot of kitchens, so this being the nicest one that she's seen is a pretty tall order.
Oh, true. For you, it's up there. It's very clean, as you know from Merkel, his penchant for cleanliness, and it just has a lot of stuff, but not cluttered. Has the ability to do a lot of things.
Nice.
Winley, while you're back there, actually, would you mind rolling an investigation check if you are feeling
nosy?
Yeah.
Curious and nosy are the same. Are two sides of the same coin.
Wait, these are letters to Cryovane. They're in cahoots.
Yeah, unfortunately, that would only be a 9.
9. Okay, you look about and you find different things. Pots, pans, some dried fruits. You're all right.
Oh, we still have those
kind of,
don't we?
We have what?
If what?
Apricots.
Oh yeah, from the Dalens.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wonder if those could go into anything. Totally off topic.
Turn those into a glaze.
She'll kind of look around the kitchen, and as she finds some food, like take just like little nibbles, and then she'll like drop a crumb on her, and she'll realize that she is still in her hideous outfit, and she'll kind of dash upstairs trying to find the washroom and trying to clean herself up. She'll make her way half up the stairs and then come back down, and I don't know where we've stashed our trunks, but she'll try to get
right.
Ooh, don't open mine by mistake.
Well,
you might get stabbed in the finger.
No, it has the thing that does the psychic damage.
Well, she
knows what her stuff looks like.
Okay.
Oh yeah, your massive trunk full of clothes, and you pop it open, and if anyone's around, you see a bevy of different clothes, one for every occasion.
Yeah.
Isolde's probably nearby, coming over to give her platinum, and just like, do what you need to here, and hand her the 10 platinum.
She'll grab like just kind of the first fresh thing she sees and kind of dash upstairs to try to clean herself up a little.
Mm-hmm. Darjan, you're at the bar, yes?
Ooh, I was gonna head up to the bar actually.
Okay. While you're so you're getting your stuff real quick from Isolde, but Darjan, you're at the bar helping out your Winton and Durton get smoothed out.
Yes.
Roll me an investigation check.
All right. 23.
23.
Damn.
You're looking about, you're trying to like find some mugs, and they're there and easy enough to grab. And as you grab them and you turn back, you're like, you see a little envelope.
Ooh. Well, it won't hurt.
Currently, it's on the back side, so you would see the flap side, but you flip it over. It's addressed to Winley.
Ooh.
It's in very nice cursive.
Well, it's addressed to her, so it should go to her.
Yes. Yes, it should.
How much ale have you drank already, Josh?
Oh. Yes.
Woo! They are on the table singing. And...
Don't stop me now. Is it?
Because I'm having a good time, having a good time.
Then it's a montage of everyone doing what they love doing. Winley upstairs putting on her dresses.
Why am I thinking of the first episode of the Umbrella Academy?
So I will take that envelope and I will secrete it upon my person.
Yep, you place it there. At that time, Tim comes over to the bar.
Barkeep, I'd like to get a drink.
Oh. What kind of drink would you like? We've got
just an ale.
All hail the ale.
Then I think this would be for you. And I hand you a pile of 100 gold and 10. I assume I grabbed that to bring it over to Darjan?
Yeah, I would have let you do that and
Yeah.
leave it for you to do.
Yeah. Yep.
Keep the tip.
I just go like this.
Draw the sweatpants.
Exactly. Oh, well, you look like you're feeling a little better, Tim, my boyo.
So do you know who got the shot that drove the dragon away?
No, do you? Did you find out?
It was Dahlia. She got it in the eye.
That's epic. Oh. And it's because you...
No, it wasn't me. She's amazing. She's far better than I am.
Yeah, but you got that spark, right? You gave her that spark.
I gave her a crossbow. And they told me that's bad parenting. Said it was a bad idea.
Oh, but that's... Wow. So how's Dahlia doing? I mean,
She looked like she's doing great. Her swordplay could use some work, but
she's got the crossbow. Wow. Is she still playing the flute? I was thinking maybe I could play with her later.
she's working at it.
Okay. Cool. Maybe we could get her to we could play something. That would be awesome. Oh, that's so cool.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you proud?
Yeah.
Good.
I mean, I can't take any credit, but
Oh no, you don't understand. It's so cool to see you smiling and happy. I was really worried about you. Have some more.
That's the answer to all life's ills.
Yeah.
Drink more.
And as you pour that ale, you notice that a couple people notice that the door's open. They start to come in and notice it's like, you're not Merkel or Toblin, but they see it's not necessarily anything wrong going about. And they start to filter in and place orders. Inkwell, you start to get from just like coming through the double doors, like Darjan being like, yo, another order.
Annabin has become the sous chef, by the way. So she's now chopping up the celery and carrots. And
Annabin's like followed into the flow with you, and she's like,
So I've written down what he's making today. So we have like today's special.
mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I will take a moment to grab a couple plates and take them over to the town hall to make sure that the actual inn owners get something to eat.
Who graciously accepted, and they're just like, we gotta hire this guy to be our chef. Yeah, we do.
Well,
It looks. I mean, it looks like you have him and us running the inn for the night. Don't worry about us. We got the inn.
They both give you very accepting nods and dig into the feast that you have given them.
And I'll head back because I imagine I've been pressed into services as
your bouncer.
I'm gonna say barmaid, but I accept bouncer.
No. That's barmaid got here, right?
I am big and strong. I will throw out any fucking reavers who come in.
Big, strong. And the evening soon comes. Winley, you come down in what kind of outfit?
It's not too fancy. Luckily, she sees, she comes down and notices that the tavern is bustling and with patrons, and she sees, our friends serving, and she thinks, oh, thank God I didn't grab the white dress. And it's kind of, in a darker blue dress. Simple, but flattering and clean. She's just glad to be clean again. And she's, pretty slick. She's mastered the 5-minute getting ready look. And so, she's kind of happy to finally see a lot of people and be back in a happy, bustling tavern. So she'll kind of go up and maybe check in on Inkwa and say, how are we doing in here?
Oh, we're good. Could you take these mutton, I don't know. This is, mutton chops and this rosemary garlic stew to the table in the far corner by the fireplace, please.
Oh, sure. And she like dings the bell, even because she just hears about that.
That's adorable.
You take it out. At that time, Darjan, you see Winley passing you by with dishes and trays.
Right.
Apricot glaze. That sounds amazing.
But yes, you all continue to make the Stonehill Inn a well-run place.
The hottest restaurant now in Phandalin. They've got everything. A non-binary DJ. They've got a
mutton chop.
Dragonborn.
Mutton chops with apricot glaze.
The Dragonborn chef.
The Dragonborn chef.
No, music. I'm going to have to sing from behind the bar because trying to get out from behind here is not going to happen.
You start to sing and regale the people with your song. Does the lute come out at all?
No.
Oh. Okay. I was going to type in music for...
Lute music?
It's like a tavern music.
No, other people have been playing it.
Mm-hmm.
You haven't tuned
encouraging that?
So I'm trying to get back to it. Do you know what I mean? It's like, because there's other things we're playing it and everything, and
no, you have to take this step, Darjan. You have to do this.
Do you think I need
to the bar? Get out from behind the bar. You go tune your lute.
Get back on that horse. That's still your loot, even if someone else was fucking around with it.
Yeah!
It's a little off, but that's okay.
Sing me a song.
Oh, there's so many things that we could do, But I could talk about, how we fought. We could say, we fought each other for so long. Your HP's dropping, but you're too sly to say it. I just want to distract you while I'm prepping now. Gotta make you understand. I'm gonna beat you up. I'm gonna tear you down. I'm gonna sing some spells and hurt you. I'm gonna make you cry. Nothing left to say goodbye. I'm gonna shoot my crossbow and hurt you.
Yay!
And as the tavern takes in this moment of joy and jubilation, drinking, eating fine food, finer than many of these folks have had, music, Phandalin feels a little closer to when you first found it. And that's where we're going to end tonight.
I figured. It's a good place to leave it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. There we go. And that's how we're going to end tonight. Thank you all so much for joining us. I know the last few weeks have been a pound. Let's get this going, go. And I appreciate these quiet moments, as I appropriately named this one, Calm Before the Storm. So
don't foreshadow.
Yeah,
don't you dare foreshadow.
Come on, man.
So we'll see what that storm is next week. But until then, as always, stay safe, stay healthy, and come Monday, we'll be here playing Dragon of Icespire Peak. Have a good night, y'all.